one time, the evidence was right there.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 the score as they start 1st and 10. And they're able to get this one across the 35. The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
On 1st down, they go with Mostert again. Taking it right down Broadway. Touchdown, 49ers. Mostert, 64 yards. And the 49ers are within an extra point of tying this thing up. Well, Raheem Mostert, and we know the story, from special teamer to postseason hero, all he needs is a little bit of space, CD, and he can do the rest.
And this is a play defensively where you're just looking around and saying, what was that? What just happened? You're looking at your teammates, they're looking at you. And let's face it, your defensive coordinator, he's not going to tip his cap to him. That's not how football works. But he probably should have after that run. That was absolutely sensational.
And he covered a lot of ground on that one, as evidenced by the final total there on Next Gen Stats.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. From the gun, here's Tannehill. It's brought in by Adam Humphries. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 11 yards there, 1st down. A shotgun snap for Tannehill. He finds Corey Davis. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another 1st down. It will. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Tannehill with a play fake to Henry. He'll throw instead. Smith catches left side. And they will get him down, but not before he gets very good yardage there, as that will lead us right into the 2-minute warning. A reminder, coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will join us from Orlando with our halftime report. But business to take care of before we get there.
A 2-minute drill before the coach's 2-minute drill.
That catch good for only a couple.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Tannehill. And it's complete right back in the hands of Smith. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he was unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Dancing to his left. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. This has been a pretty sizable drive. They've had some success. Finally, the defensive coordinator found some success of his own.
I think he just simply said enough of that. Okay, they've moved the ball well. We need to force the issue from our end, and that's exactly what he did.
They'll run forward with Henry, and he won't get there. They stop him a few yards short of the line to gain. Derrick Henry denied here on 4th down. And the 49ers are going to get the football back. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
At the 23-yard line.
Garoppolo to try again on 2nd down. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. George Kittle, the receiver that he was looking for. But now it'll be third down.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on first and second down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down. But when this ball's tipped and intercepted. Snags it for the pick, and they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line.
Well, there definitely was some juice on that pass. And while tight ends don't always have the same reputation for hands as wide receivers do, in this case, that ball was expected to be caught.
After the interception, here's Tannehill. It's complete to Brown, right side. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves them with a very manageable 2nd and 1. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory even if they don't get it, though. Here's Tannehill. Forced out to his left. The open man is Smith. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. 17 yards on that play for the Titans. So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shadow that and have a profound effect on this game.
Now Tennessee going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. Throwing again is Tannehill. He'll buy some time right. Hammering for the goal line. He loses the football. And this will get out of bounds at the 2-yard line. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down. They'll get nothing out of that one, and it's going to lead to a 3rd down. Now a timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. Sliding out of the pocket. And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. Ryan Tannehill in the final seconds of the first half. And the Titans have taken the lead. CD for them. This has just been an offensive explosion here in the second quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the first quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the second. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
Their own 25-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The 49ers going to have the football and trailing on the scoreboard as we get back underway on EA Sports. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
At their own 26-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. Again, they'll run it with Mostert. And he may have given those 6 yards right back as they're going to get to him well behind the line. It goes as a loss of 6. And now 3rd down.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
He went backwards 5 yards there on 3rd down to bring up 4th.
Got him up. Let's give him a show.
So 4th and 15, but the offense is staying out there to go for it. They do go for it. It's Garoppolo. He's got his man. It's Kendrick Bourne. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. So not only do they convert on 4th, but they pick up 22 yards in the process. Now Garoppolo on the bootleg. Rolling to his left. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
On 1st down, Garoppolo completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down.
Boy, how good has this defense been seemingly all game long?
I really think right from the first snap, I think you're really onto something there. In this passing game, it just can't get off the ground. And that play,
under pressure, and he'll go down back at the 26-yard line.
It's Jeffrey Simmons that time who got in to record the sack.
On 3rd and long, it's Garoppolo. Completes it to Samuel. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Now, here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
When you run in the slant, timing is everything, and against that man coverage, there was no space available, and incompletion as a result.
They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. Looking to throw, Garoppolo. And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco.
Deebo Samuel on the touchdown pass from Jimmy Garoppolo.
And the 49ers are within an extra point of tying this thing up. And it's up and good.
That ties the game at 14.
So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away.
This taken in about 4 yards deep. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
The Titans take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive.
And their lead has evaporated in this 3rd quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10.
And a scary incompletion, almost picked off. It would have been their first INT of the game. Instead, 2nd down. Tannehill. This complete to Henry over the middle. And Henry's hit. He lost the football. And this is going to be 49er football. There are two words that we hear coaches say all of the time. One starts with a B, one starts with an S. Ball security.
And they preach it. They have it up in meeting rooms, right? You see the signs. They talk about it all the time. But still, when you got defenders out there who are preaching, hey, we're going to take the ball away from you, no matter what position you play, you've got to take care of the rock. One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And the 49ers are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
It's a 10-yard gain there to set them up first and goal. It's Coleman here. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Tevin Coleman taking it in. And the Niners take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. Gold able to tack on the extra point. And the lead is now 21-14.
Here is Wishnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. And this carries into the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's third down.
Well, they were unable to make anything really big out of that. But it's not a bad idea to find your tight end and give him an easy completion and keep moving things forward. Almost as bread and butter as a good running back dive.
This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Picked by Tarvarius Moore. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line. That was just one of those interceptions from our perspective here. We got a good view at the 50-yard line mid-level that quarterback and receiver were not on the same page.
Just by his reaction, I'm talking about the quarterback, he expected something different from his receiver. Whether he expected him to break in, out, deeper, shorter, they'll determine that on the sideline. But bottom line, you could see that he thought he'd be in a different spot, except the defender was not his intended target.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long.
A play fake from Mostert. Now Garoppolo.
And able to haul it in is Kittle. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. George Kittle from Jimmy Garoppolo. And the Niners take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. He's got it as they double up the lead. This one's now 28-14.
Niners 28.
Here is Wishnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. Fielded in the end zone. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32.
The Titans take over 1st and 10.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. The linebacker, Fred Warner, right there on the coverage.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
The Titans on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. Being chased out left. He can run for it, and he will. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Tannehill able to take off and pick up the first as well. Late in the game, defense trying to avoid a big play. He's able to work out of the passing game, turn it into a run, pick up the first, and stop the clock as well.
And you know in this situation, everything is sped up. The intensity, the thinking, everyone's movement. But for a quarterback, he has to continue to be what we call a flatliner. Level in everything he does.
Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Done by Quad Williams. And they will take over at the 26-yard line.
Okay, it's real simple to say from here, but we know that sometimes as a quarterback, you've got to know when to say when and just throw it away. Flushed out to the right, tries to make something out of nothing here, and he winds up floating one downfield that gets intercepted.
The ball carrier.
Desmond King making the tackle. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up 3rd.
Well, the defensive guys won't be real happy because there won't be a sack on this play because he did get back to the line of scrimmage. But what a job they did overall. Hemmed him in and gave him nowhere to go with the football.
2 runs for a net gain of nothing. Now here's 3rd and 10. Garoppolo, he'll run with it. Then he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. And now here comes the 3rd of their timeouts defensively. So they'll be left with only the 2-minute warning to stop it from here on out. Wisnowski on to punt as he sends this one away. Call that 49 yards on the punt. They do get 7 back on the return. And it'll be Titan football.
At their own 30-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Quad Williams.
We always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in.
She-Rag got me.
Hit one and be so you gotta go berserk.
Okay. Sometimes you need a friend, not the ones that just show up and don't put nothing in. You know the ones that lend their hand and want to see you win. When you come up on that lick, make sure you cut them in. And then, sometimes you need a foe, one to keep your eyes open, keep you on your toes. You know the ones that want to keep you where you've been before. But I can't go, no I can't go. And whoa, sometimes I need a check. Not the sneakers, but the ones that make you watch your step. You change name, how about your respect? Give them more than what I get, expecting up the back. In fact, you know, I sat down with my accountant. He said, I got good news and I got bad news. I said, what's the good news? He said, the good news is you made a lot. I said, what's the bad news? The bad news is you spent more. Okay. Look, sometimes you need the faith. Sometimes you need to know your worth. Sometimes you need to wait. Shoot like the golden boy, but ain't from the bay. You can't negotiate with Drake. You gon' have to pay. But wait, jugging on the main stage, the mainframe. Loosen up your face, baby. Sometimes I need a vacate, meditate, hydrate, protect my energy before engagement.
Grew up having nothing, you're labeled impatient. But once the boss made it, you're labeled amazing. Meticulous with words, such a force of nature. I don't want to seem absurd, but that boy's a gangster. Focusing on me, way from Tel Aviv. Barbados with the hustle pockets, LIDs. Distinctive destinations, all I want to see. Oceanfront residences, 3 different ones a week. Cause I deserve that. It's time to learn that. Mess around and put that thing up where your permit. 6 figures every year, yeah, I earn that. At the front of this line is where my turn at.
Sometimes you need a friend, not the ones that just show up and don't put nothing in. You know the ones that lend their hand and want to see you win. When you come up on that lick, make sure you cut them in. And then, sometimes you need a fool. Oh. Men gon' lie, women gon' lie. You're looking for the truth and the numbers don't hide. Looking for the root of all evil, then you need to go open up the briefcase, see with your eyes. Everybody claim to be great at small times, but they never spend a day in the rain in the front line. No lie. Stop playing on my phone line. Pull up in the space coupe with the roof optional. Wonder why they follow suit. I've been groomed from the womb. Came out of my mama with some running tennis shoes. Faster than the speeding bullet. Nah, it's cool, it's cool. Don't play with it, baby. Say what you gon' do with it? Stop playing with it. If you gon' do it, then you don't play with it, baby. Exactly. Yeah. You built like that.
Are you irresponsible without your money or not? Thought he had a plan, but we gon' foil his plot. Heard him sneaking in, so we just ran in the spot. And then we spin the block around just like the hell on the clock. Are you irresponsible without your money or not? Thought he had a plan, but we gon' foil his plot. Heard him sneaking in, so we just ran in the spot. And then we spin the block around just like the hell on the clock. Come like a bat of the hell, I dare you to cross like a reverend. And my energy paralyzed, I'm like I'm finger 11. Take a second.
The NFL is on EA Sports, and we are in Silicon Valley at Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. The scene a short time ago. This crowd, they love their 49ers, and they were in full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room. And we're ready for football as the 49ers get set to do battle with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Here's the Australian-born punter Mitch Wishnowsky to get things going. And we are underway from Santa Clara. Brady going to fake the give to Jones and set up to throw. This is caught by Antonio Brown. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A really good pickup of 28 yards. A good grab there by the former Central Michigan man, Antonio Brown.
And he ate up some real estate on the catch, too, didn't he? I think the most impressive part of it, though, if there's a chance for him to get the football, even though he was covered well, he somehow finds a way to get it.
The throw over the middle taken in. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Back-to-back plays of right around 30 yards, and the field position has totally been flipped.
Execution was one of their watchwords leading up to this one. And on that play, able to execute brilliantly here on this opening drive.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Working from the gun, it's Brady. And Evans hauls it in. Touchdown, Bucs. Mike Evans there to make the grab. And the Bucs take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive.
On for the point after.
3 plays already in the end zone. That was quick.
We always talk about offenses understanding what they want to do before they go into a game, and they practice it. They have their script and the plays they want to open with. But defenses aren't just reactive. They have their own ideas as well. These ideas didn't get implemented very well. 3 plays and a touchdown already scored against them.
And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Out of the gun, he'll throw. Man open, that's Deebo Samuel. Oh, he's got some breathing room. Touchdown, 49ers. Deebo Samuel, 75 yards. And the 49ers are within an extra point of tying this thing up. I think it's fair to say there's nothing that gets a crowd to its feet quite like a big play, and that was something special there. Boy, was he moving. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7.
Mitch Wishnowsky to kick off for San Francisco.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
It's almost human nature, isn't it? They score on one play, you come out on offense, you try and do exactly the same thing. They tried the deep ball, couldn't quite connect, but give them an A for effort.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing again. Brady. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Well, it doesn't take any great analysis. No jokes, partner, okay? All right, on this one. But we just know that we're going to see this as the game moves forward. There's going to be 2 guys on him on just about every snap.
It's kind of a dare to throw his way, but they have to keep throwing his way.
The benefits could be great. You throw it to a great receiver, he could come down with it anyway.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. The clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
Looking for Gronkowski, and he's got him complete. And he is going to have the Buccaneers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Boy, a nice play there as they wind up converting on 3rd and 15. Throwing on 1st down is Brady. There's the Penn State man. It's Chris Godwin. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. Boy, the evolution of the game and how these guys on plays like that can get out of the pocket, keep plays alive, it just makes things so much harder for defenses.
It really does, and we're talking about an era in the game where the quarterbacks are the most athletically gifted that we've seen in a bunch. I mean, when you talk about collectively, it's unbelievable. So Their ability to move is practiced now. It's not necessarily, oh, he just took off. And
into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Quick by Tarvarius Moore, and they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line. That throw, Charles, over the middle of the field, and a few too many bodies in there got picked.
That's a normal situation, too, isn't it? No matter how hard you try and spread the field sometimes, there's always going to be a traffic jam, it feels like, towards the middle. And if there's any type of a missed throw or maybe the ball's tipped or just too many bodies in the area, an interception can result.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
And 10 at the Bucs' 48-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's second and 10. Garoppolo. That's to the right side, complete to Kittle. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. They'll get 34 yards there.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. The big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. And he's wrapped up, taken down, back at the 25.
A CD, so often we talk about quarterbacks holding on to the ball too long. Well, we can't say that there. He had no time to do much of anything.
Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. He was trying to get it to George Kittle. It's tight end, and it'll bring up third down.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. From the gun, it's Garoppolo. That's going to be caught. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. Looking to throw, Garoppolo. And this is going to be intercepted. It's Devin White, the linebacker. And a short return will be stopped inside the 10 at the 8-yard line. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points. No matter what, at worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
So after the INT, it's Brady. And he'll get that to Fournette, complete. And he'll be out of bounds up past the 10-yard line. 3 yards the gain there, second down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
And now the throw here is incomplete, and with that, we come to the end of the first quarter of play. These two teams all tied after one. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down. On play action, now Brady. He's going deep for Brown. He's got a man, complete. The 20, 10, touchdown, Tampa Bay. Antonio Brown, 89 yards, and the Bucs have taken the lead.
For as big and strong as some of these guys are, especially when you see them in full pads, it is sometimes hard to appreciate how truly fast they can move. That was incredible.
Kickoff for Tampa Bay.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. Here's Richie James on the return. And
a good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Carlton Davis picks it, and he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Flush to his right. That one will be incomplete. He caught it but could not stay in bounds for the long connection.
That was nice work there defensively to force incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
Looking back to the air on second down, it's Brady. Airing this one out for Evans. And that's going to be too high, out of bounds and incomplete. Mike Evans, the one he was looking for. And it's third down.
He certainly had a good game throwing the ball so far, but I think he was trying to take that from good to great with that throw, trying to get one downfield.
Throwing is Brady on third down. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. Some boos coming down right now from this home crowd after that call.
Yeah, and that was because of the pass interference call, but for a second there, I thought maybe they'd gotten a look at my appearance as Othello in the high school play.
You were Othello?
Not a good one, let me tell you.
Brady now on first down. Looking for Godwin, but it's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Richard Sherman. And nothing but daylight ahead. 20.
They live for this.
And into the end zone. A pick six for the Letter D as they score a touchdown.
We constantly talk about defenders having great vision and being able to see plays unfold and make their own plays. But you also have to have good feel as well because you can't see everything out there. See the play unfold, feel what's going on, and then get into the right spot and make your own play. And in this case, it turned out to be a highlight one.
And this puts him on top by a penny. It's 14-13.
Next to score, Niners 14, Buccaneers 13.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
The Bucs take over first and 10 at their own.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position and not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
Now left side on the swing pass. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. Airing this one out for Evans. That's caught inside the 20. And he is going to have a Bucs first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Into the red zone, it's Brady. That's to his running back, Leonard Fournette. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. 3 yards the gain there, second down. A shotgun give to Fournette. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. A 13-yard touchdown run. And the Bucs are going to retake the lead. And now Coach Bruce Arians has made the call. His guys will go for 2. Shotgun now for Brady. And they don't get it. They tried for the 2-point conversion there, but unsuccessful.
I don't know about you, but I can't wait for a few years of 2-point tries and see what the data tells us, because a lot of teams want to throw the ball in this situation. This time, unsuccessfully. I just wondered maybe running the ball might be the way to go.
With it moved up from the 3 to the 2, you would think maybe a few more attempts at running.
I think stats over time may bear out that running the ball will at least be the equal of throwing it in that situation.
Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. He'll throw from the gun. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And he's going to have a first down on a gain of about 10, and that'll take us to the 2-minute warning. We'll give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs. Here's Garoppolo on 1st and 10. That's complete. It's Brandon Ayuk. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. It'll go as a first down for San Francisco on a pickup of 16. Well, they intercept Garoppolo for the 3rd time. Picked up by Sean Murphy-Bunting. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Brady now on 1st down. He's going deep for Brown. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. Brady's incompletion on 1st down leads to a 2nd and 10. To throw again. Brady. Looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. From the gun, it's Brady. Airing this one out for Evans. And Brady going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 22. And he'll get this back across the midfield stripe and down to the 47-yard line.
Certainly feels like the classic second guess, but let's be honest about it. They had a chance going to halftime with the lead. Why did they take a chance with a throw there? I don't understand that.
Well, that's what I'm wondering. And now this defense has to try to protect that lead going into the locker room. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. First down, San Francisco. The pickup, 14 yards. Working from the gun, Garoppolo. And he'll let this go deep for Bourne. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Kendrick Bourne, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. 11 yards there, first down. Garoppolo again. His throw caught. What about the 5? And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. Jerick McKinnon in the final seconds of the first half. And the 49ers have retaken the lead. And this one through the uprights and good.
That's the score. Niners 21. Buccaneers 19.
So 6 seconds, all that remains of this first half as the kick is away. On the return, it's Kenyon Barner. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down, 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. And how about this line out of the locker room? An onside kick attempt. Both these offenses have been in fine form. What will the second half bring us as we are underway in quarter 3?
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Garoppolo going to give to Mostert. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down. This is Mostert. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. William Golston in on the stop. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. A play fake from Mostert. Now Garoppolo. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
There is something. To a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest, and with a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep, try and throw some air under it, and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
Open man is Ayuk, complete. And he is going to have a Niners first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. That's a 3rd down conversion of 24 yards there. Nice play. Looking underneath, and he finds McKinnon. Across the jump in the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Jerick McKinnon. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. Now Gold for the extra point. And that makes it a 9-point game.
That's the score. Niners 28, Buccaneers 19. Mitch Wishnowsky to kick off for San Francisco.
Here is Wishnowsky to boot it away following the touchdown. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half, other teams just go, okay.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up on a former first-rounder, Jimmy Ward. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line.
Well, I tell you, you can't fault the pass protection here. He had all day to throw, and he just couldn't find anywhere to go with the football. And quarterbacks will tell you that after a while, they start getting antsy back there. So this is just a great job defensively to stay with these receivers as long as they did.
So after the INT, it's Garoppolo. And it's complete. In the end zone, touchdown 49ers. 3 touchdown passes now for Jimmy Garoppolo. And the Niners take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. Now Garoppolo and the Niners will come up and go for 2. There's Garoppolo to throw. And he's got it. So the try for 2 successful. And that bumps their lead up even further.
Mitch Wishnowsky to kick off for San Francisco.
Here is Wishnowsky to boot it away following the touchdown. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And we will start at the 25 as Barner will not return it.
25-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And last time wasn't pretty. 1 play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. This drive starting off on the right foot. 18 yards. 1 play has him up past the 40 already and another 1st and 10. That throw by Brady incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
Brady going to fake the give to Jones and set up to throw. He's going deep for Brown. And now here is another interception. Picked off by the former first-rounder Jimmy Ward. And a good return here as he takes it up.
Another L. Designer on me, this that new Chanel. Did that splash, did that drill. Hey, hey, champion, yeah, we here. Yeah, this the winning team. 6 rings with a pinky ring. Everybody used to pick at me, now I'm the one that they picking. Snakes out, they hissing, but I can't hear when the crowd screams. Still balling like an offspring. This for all the ones that doubted me. Gotta lose once to be a true winner. Only want the hunters with the blues in it. Eating blood across it where the blood dinner. Just stay turned like. I've been through that water like Olympic swimmers. Only bread and butter, what we ate for dinner. So I had to dream it till the dream is bigger. Only want the gold, we don't need the silver. Gotta be number 1, number 2 never count. Used to have bubble guts competition, now point them out. Making my babies proud, wanna call my mama a house. Coming straight out the south, gotta know juice to end the drought. Yeah, I buy like 23. Won't fall again and I put that on me. Yeah, I feel the way my heart all on my sleeve. That's why I had to put my wrist on freeze. Coming for the win, can't take another L. Designer on me, this that new Chanel. Did that splash, did that drill. Yeah, yeah, champion, yeah, we here. Reaching my goals, I do not feel ashamed. I'm a dog, I'm a beast, and I cannot be tamed. I don't do it for fame, it's the love for the game. I go in like I'm trained. I'm prepared for the rain, they amazed. I ain't break from the sticks and stones they threw. Anything that you could do, I could do it better than you. No matter what I do, still got something to prove. I spent the check on a diamond cross, but still ain't paid my dues. Got Number 2 never count. Used to have bubble guts competition, now point them out. Making my babies proud, wanna cop my mama a house. Coming straight out the south, got enough juice to end the drought. Yeah. I buy like 23. Won't fall again and I put that on me. Yeah. I feel away, my heart all on my sleeve. Yeah. That's why I had to put my wrist on freeze. Coming for the win, can't take another L. Designer on me, this that new Chanel. Did that splash, did that drill. Yeah, yeah, champion, huh? Yeah, we here.
You should know it's automated. I've been getting to it, I ain't noticed y'all was hating. Brand new chick, she don't know the occupation. I just wanna know that I can hold a conversation. Oof, I don't know what y'all debating. I've been waiting for you, now I'm running out of patience. Running up a check, trying to run an operation. Went broke in the check and put 100 out of savings in. I can tell now that you ain't talking about nothing. I'ma need something I can calm down from. I'm gonna pull it with the bar down one. 6 months in, I ain't down once. Trying to tell me what you know about me. You don't know nothing, keep it real with me. She said she ain't trying to deal with me. Okay, cool, you can sell that seat. I'm just hoping she don't fail, cause when she do, I don't know what I'ma do. All that I heard that y'all was talking, it was comical. Pull up in your city for the evening, what you trying to do? Cause I'm open to it. I know that you missing, but you gon' get through it. I can help with it if you need that. Go and bring the beat back. I don't really listen to the feedback, nah. Told me that she good, she don't need Jack, nah. I'm real proud of the steps you took just to get to the place that you at today. I couldn't tell you to you straight, I gotta estimate. I wonder if I ought to go here with the best to say. Now go ahead, get me out of here, I couldn't last today. I got the city talking about me like I passed away. Automatic is a habit, you should know it's automated. I've been getting to it, I ain't noticed y'all was hating. Brand new chick, she don't know the occupation. I just wanna know that I can hold a conversation. Oof, I don't know what y'all debating. I've been waiting for you, now I'm running out of patience. Running up a check, trying to run an operation. Went broke in the check and put 100 out of savings in. I can tell now that you ain't talking about nothing. I'ma need some.
The NFL is on EA Sports, and we are in Silicon Valley at Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara.
She-Rag got me.
It wanna be some, you gotta go berserk.
Okay. Sometimes you need a friend, not the ones that just show up and don't put nothing in. You know the ones that lend their hand and want to see you win. When you come up on that lick, make sure you cut them in. And then, sometimes you...
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to First Energy Stadium here in Cleveland, Ohio. The folks here in Cleveland, even though all the down years, have never stopped supporting their hometown guys, and we got evidence of that a moment ago as the Browns made their entrance. They are ready to do battle with the San Francisco 49ers. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
Take over first and 10 at their own 16-yard line.
So the ball down to the 16 here for first and 10. A first carry now for Nick Chubb. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. First down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
Going deep here for Landry. And that's caught inside the 30. And he gets it down deep into San Francisco territory. A big play that time for Cleveland. 53 yards.
At the 15-yard line.
From the red zone now, Mayfield flushed out right. And this throw will be intercepted. Picked by Tarvarius Moore. And he'll be stopped shy of the 15 at the 14-yard line on the return. Now, they told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You going to let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play? And they respond. To the challenge.
He was brought down by Denzel Ward.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. From the gun, it's Garoppolo. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down. Garoppolo. He'll get this into the hands of Mostert. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and it'll bring up a 2nd down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. B.J. Goodson. The blitz works to perfection as he gets in there to dump him for a loss of 8. And throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down. Able to haul it in is Kittle. And he is going to have a 49ers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Garoppolo to his tight end Kittle for a Niner first down.
49ers first down.
Looking to throw. Garoppolo. That's complete to his receiver, Ayuk. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. Back to the running game, Mostert. And he will cross the 30 down to the 29-yard line. M.J. Stewart made the tackle from his corner spot.
It's a pickup at 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
From the 29, Garoppolo. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 14. We're scoreless after 1. On 1st and 10, it's Mostert. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Here's Mostert. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. 14 yards as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. A solid blocking up front from the guys on the offensive line allowed him to get in for the touchdown.
Yeah, some might say that the guys on the offensive line were in concert. I used to have a coach who called it marrying up. Meaning, when you get on a guy, you just stay right there, and each guy has his own assignment. That allowed the runner to make the big move towards the end zone.
And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
The Browns take over.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you've got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? Eluding, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Mayfield in this Browns offense staring at a 3rd and long now after the sack. He goes full extension, and he's got it. Boy, a nice play there as they wind up converting on 3rd and 15.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
A 1st down throw for Mayfield. They'll go screen here to Hunt. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. Steps away to his left. And that's incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
Oh, he'll let one go deep for Higgins. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-rounder Jimmy Ward. And he's able to bring it up 5 yards shy of midfield to the 45-yard line. What a start defensively. Your offense goes out, gets the touchdown, and then you get the interception. Just perfect.
How about the discipline that they showed on defense? Because after the offense scored to go up 7-zip, you would think they might be a little extra aggressive trying to get back at them. Instead, they read their keys well. When they took the shot downfield, they were more than prepared for that one.
We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action. A trying for Ayuk, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Anderson-Dejo. And they finally put an end to this return. And now the 40's all the way down to the 37. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Running with Hunt here out of the shotgun. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10.
Throwing on 2nd down. Mayfield. Buying time to his left. And he'll take a shot here for Hooper downfield.
I'm looking at this with my defensive eyeglasses on because you remember the old days when a tight end saw a linebacker covering him and thought he had a mismatch? But the way they can run nowadays, not necessarily so. They gave it a shot downfield. That one incomplete.
4th down now as San Fran's defense is strong in coverage.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
And Mayfield again with the interception, his 3rd. Picked by Tarvarius Moore, and he will return this one to the 30-yard line.
You hear me laughing, partner, and I'm not laughing at the situation, but sometimes you just get yourself into a rut. It's hard to shake yourself out of it.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Looking for Ayuk, and he's got him. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Brandon Ayuk, 70 yards. And the 49ers are able to strike quickly for 6. I think it's fair to say there's nothing that gets a crowd to its feet quite like a big play, and that was something special there. Boy, was he moving. Gold with the extra point, and it's now 14-0. Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. Fields it in the middle of the end zone, and he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
25-yard line.
The The Browns drive about to get started. Well, look at the clock here. You're inside of a minute. First half hasn't gone that well for you. How are you going to play this drive?
Well, I've been told by my coaches previously that the intelligent approach, go ahead and run out the clock and start over. Don't make any more mistakes. But there's also something to understanding that you get this last drive here. You get the ball to start the second half. Try and go 2 for 1 here. Get some points now and come out of the locker room and get more points again and get your momentum really built up.
A second down throw for Mayfield. Oh, he'll let one go deep for Higgins. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked by Tarvarius.
Yo, who told us we ain't gonna win, man? Really? He's a bozo. Bozo. Really? Yeah, we did a lot for the wins. Came in a drop on the 10. Now we on top once again. Yeah. I had to tighten the plan. Yeah, I got it right in the end. Now we on top once again. I don't want it if it ain't love. If it ain't, get it away from me. Who you gon' jack if it ain't us? LABB to the bakery. Some mad that I came up. I know my granny gon' pray for me. It was just us in the vacancy. We had to get it from A to B. Wheels never felt like this. 2 seats in the hills, how I feel righteous. Blue sheets for the mills, but the deal priceless. New keys can't care what's still private. I might just double it up. Did it? Never enough, I'm with it. 5, 2, 3 on the business. Whole team got wins and the wheels still spinning. I told them what I told them. We did a lot for the wins. Came in a drop on the 10. Now we on top once again. Yeah. Hey, I had to tighten the plan. I got it right in the end. Now we on top. Got a spot and it's locked to the click all in. I got ops, if he drop, I just hit my dance. I was pop, they just watched, had to take my wins. They wouldn't let me in. I've been on 10 cents. Who really holding it down? I've been holding it down and I go it again and again. Who was the dummy that died? I'm the coldest around, but he folding again and again. I'm in the what? I'm in the day. I'm doing 30 on 30 and up. You in the what? You in the way. Either you rolling or rolling the dust. You with it, so what? Keep it running. We did a lot for the wins. Came in a drop on the 10. Now we on top once again. Yeah. I had to tighten the plan. I got it right in the end. Now we on top once again. We did a lot for the wins. Came in a drop on the 10. Now we on top once again. Yeah. Hey, I had to tighten the plan. I got it right in the end. Now we on 10.
Irresponsible without your money or not. Thought he had a plan, but we gon' foil his plot. Heard him sneaking in, so we just ran in the spot. And then we spin the block around just like the hand on the clock. Are you irresponsible without your money or not? Thought he had a plan, but we gon' foil his plot. Heard him sneaking in, so we just ran in the spot. And then we spin the block around just like the hands on the clock. Come like a bat of the hell, I dare you to cross like a reverend. In my energy paralyzed, I'm like I'm finger 11. Take a second, I'm finna send it like a parent a message to the best. If it ain't me, then you need you a confession, you a mess. You ain't scary to me. Heard you was a leader, but that ain't apparent to me. Put dust on you like cheetah, run up and I'm there in the scene. And I feel just like Vegeta Prince and I'm an heir to the seat. I mean, for real. Touch the driver's soft so I don't even grab the wheel. That's on my chest, but it don't mean the man is stealing. Man, I'm walking with some money, man, I mean a couple mil. Ew, think you need a meal. You ain't even eating while I'm feasting in the field. That's why I'm always cheesing, cause I feel like Uncle Phil. And all those losers think the freshman ain't half the man as well. Are you irresponsible without your money or not? Thought he had a plan, but we gon' foil his plot. Heard him sneaking in, so we just ran in the spot. And then we spin the block around just like the hand on the clock. Are you irresponsible without your money or not? Thought he had a plan, but we gon' foil his plot. Heard him sneaking in, so we just ran in the spot. And then we spin the block around just like the hands on the clock. Just like the hands on the clock, I go back to back when I'm doing numbers. All the mad that I'm driving the bus, so they threw me under. Heard they mad, they don't wanna fuss, so they boo each other. Think that they're the winning team, go losing, then they choose another. And that's okay, cause I'm competing with me, not you. I live with blessings like I can't stop sneezing, not you. I hate to break about me and myself top two. I blow away the competition like a bowl of hot soup. And there's no catch. I go and get the bag and I'm not bringing it back. I'm like a down QB, I put the pain in the past. And if you ever had a problem, promise I didn't ask. So it's 4-4-4 in the car, my dash. I shake a big, told them all, you went first, you last. Little boy, that's facts. I'ma throw that cash to my money. You know what? Let me stop.
Yeah. I use a dub, I'ma win, I won't lose with this. Yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. I turn the knob, can't resist, I'm incredible. Yeah, came for the dollars, call it vegetable. Then I did the dash, can I catch me, bro? Ooh, then I did the dash, can I catch me, whoa? Your whole team is no competition. Boy, I did it by myself, it's a solo mission. Running up the charts, I'm a fool, dog. Turn the whole field to a schoolyard. Bunch of students ain't eating round here. I'm the GOAT, little man, and I made it loud and clear. Put the gas on them like I'm with the Cavalier. Show no love, got the confidence, no fear. I use a dub, I'ma win, I won't lose with this. Yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Okay. Can I hit that? Can I hit that? Cause I ain't liking nothing. Can I hit that? Can I hit that? Stars born, I've been ready for this. Since like 9-5, I've been eager for this. Talent on the rise, I'm consistent with this. Trophy is the prize, ain't no gimmicks with this. Okay, now what's left on them? Told you I'ma flex on them. I did it all subtle, ooh, and then I hit that exit on them. Gotta blame my faith, cause these odds ain't got nothing on them. I secured the safe for the cradle, I ain't dropping nothing, ooh. Only winning is exception, ain't no truce. Ain't no dub, ain't no L on my crew, ooh. Only winning is exception on my crew, yeah. Ain't no dub, ain't no L. I use a dub, I'ma win, I won't lose with this. Yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Okay. Can I hit that? Okay. Can I hit that? Cause I ain't liking nothing. Can I hit that? Okay. Can I hit that? No, but I'm on this every day. You cannot run with me, boy, I'm a heavyweight. Baby, I know what's coming, I could barely wait. And when it was on, they wanted me gone, boy, I'm here to stay. Stop calling me little bro, I got mileage on me. Walked in with the whole team and we riding on him. More action and no talk, I went quiet on him. Walked in with the whole team and we riding on him.
I don't be with him, he's so basic. Boy, you the op and your bros hating. All of them fake, I see both faces. Scared of the whip, it's a ghost racing. I knock them down to their cold cases. Marathon run, I'ma slow pace it. They did not want me to go places. Foil plans like the go place. And if we pulling up with the whole squad, are you ready? Done told y'all that you better be running. I'm in my go yard when I walk in, I know y'all telling me nothing. I'm the man. Suck it if y'all in denial. I get the chip on them and I bust out the south side.
The NFL is on EA Sports, and we are in Silicon Valley at Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. The scene a short time ago, this crowd, they love their 49ers, and they were in full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room. And we're ready for football as the 49ers get set to do battle with the Cleveland Browns. And this carries into the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19. So probably should have opted for the touchback.
First and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. Mayfield down. Escaping the pressure right. He'll try and run it. He's got a 1st down past the 30. An excellent way to start the drive there. 18 yards from all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body. It's the former Seahawk, Richard Sherman. And he'll return this one just shy of midfield to the 49. Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10. Just shy of midfield at the 49. And Mostert with a 1st down carry. Nice carry. Gets his way forward for a pickup of about 6 yards. The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
To throw is Garoppolo. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Incomplete.
Really nice play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball, but for the guys on the offensive line, they're doing a nice job of trying to protect their passer. But when a guy hops in the air and goes airborne to try and knock one away, it's difficult because you can't reach out and grab him. That'll be a holding penalty. So all you're trying to do is make some type of a play on him, make some type of contact to try and get his arms out of the sky.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Garoppolo looks to throw. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. George Kittle, 36 yards. And the Niners have taken the early lead. For as big and strong as some of these guys are, especially when you see them in full pads, it is sometimes hard to appreciate how truly fast they can move. That was incredible.
And that's the kind of play where you have to kind of catch your breath afterwards. So just give me a second here, because when he shifted into high gear, he was an absolute blur out there. No substitute for speed. We talk about that all the time. The evidence was right there.
And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
On the return, the Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started.
And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious, because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
Mayfield now looking to throw on 1st down. Looking for Landry, and it's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Richard Sherman. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. 1st quarter, and now he already has 2 interceptions.
Yeah, he's got to guard against being tentative from this point forward, though. He's got to still make the right reads, make the proper throws. I've seen guys in this league throw 4 interceptions in a game and win. He's got to understand, put it behind you, keep pressing forward.
1st down, San Francisco. The pickup, 14 yards. Garoppolo on 1st down. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. It's a gain of 5, and that'll make this a 2nd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people...
And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. George Kittle from Jimmy Garoppolo. And the 49ers add 6 to their lead. Still first quarter, 2 receiving touchdowns for him. How are they going to slow him down?
I think they're thinking about altering their game plan. Whatever they came in with, now maybe you switch a better cover guy to him. Or you make sure you have more people in his general area wherever he lines up to at least try and discourage them from throwing the ball to him.
Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he returns this to the 22.
Donovan Peoples-Jones on the return.
The Browns drive about to get started. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue, but to go a little bit deeper on that one, I would think about some play calls now, not even necessarily to my best player, but to someone I can trust with the ball. Try and get things settled down a little bit. As soon as I saw him break contain and get outside, my first thought and my eyes gravitated downfield, because nowadays most of these quarterbacks, when they do that, they want the big play downfield. They don't want to throw it short. In this case, he took the shot. It fell incomplete.
And Mayfield again with the interception, his 3rd. Picked off by Jason Verrett. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line. So more problems here in this first quarter. Already 2 scores down, and here they give away the football.
And if I'm the head coach, I think it's time to start lighting a fire under some of these guys. Now, you have to do it within your personality. They can't perceive it as fake. But I'd go get after some guys because they don't look ready to play to me. They look flat, uninspired. It's time to get moving.
Mostert. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play. Throwing on 2nd and 14. Garoppolo, quick throw out to Ayuk. Something we're seeing more of with the rise of the run-pass option. A legal man downfield, and that's going to back him up. They fake the give. Now Garoppolo looks to throw. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And now running right through it. Call it a gain of 13 yards on the play. And it'll be 3rd down. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
14. Browns, nothing.
They got to get it to the 21 here on 3rd down. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. The number 1 mission of any offensive line, you got to protect that quarterback, keep him safe back there. This time, the rush got to him in a hurry. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And the lead will grow. It's now 17-0. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yeah.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Yeah, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. The throw right side is complete here on the first play of the drive. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. That one goes for 24 yards. On 1st and 10, Mayfield. And this is going to be incomplete. Charles, he doesn't seem to be particularly in tune with his receivers, just 2 for 7 throwing the football, but he did seem really locked in before the game.
Yeah, and that has to do with receivers sometimes. Sometimes the defenders knock them off their routes, and you're usually pretty precise. 1, 2, 3 cut, balls out of his hands to the receiver. In this case, might be off by a half step either way. They've got to find a way to get back in sync.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Jarvis Landry. 27 yards. And the Browns make some inroads here on that deficit. I don't think there's anyone who could possibly doubt how fast he could run in the open field. But if there were, he silenced those thoughts there. So up comes Mayfield as his guys will go for two. They'll throw again. Here's Mayfield. And they're going to get the two-point conversion, caught in the end zone, and that cuts the lead a bit further. Boy, still a half-plus to play, but it is a two-score game. They're going to go onside kick early. And this one travels out of bounds, so unsuccessful there on the onside kick try. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. Now Mostert. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. Garoppolo. Got his target, Samuel. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. It was 3rd and short, and they go flying past the marker for a gain of nearly 30 yards. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll pay a visit to Jonathan Coachman. He's in Orlando, and he'll have our EA Sports halftime report. That is caught by the tight end, Kittle. Touchdown, 49ers. 3 touchdown passes now for Jimmy Garoppolo. And the 49ers add on to their lead. And that will make this a 16-point lead.
Here we go. That's the score. Niners 24. Browns 8.
Here is Wishnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
Take over 1st and 10.
The Browns drive about to get started. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minutes. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle 3rd. He couldn't catch it. Now 3rd down.
It feels like they're getting caught in between here because they didn't incompletions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. If you don't pick up the 1st down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
He finds Beckham complete. And he is going to have a Browns 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Excellent play there on 3rd down. Give him 25 yards. He'll get this one underneath to Hunt. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another 1st. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Going to the air again with Mayfield. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off near the 29. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line.
Responsible without your money or not. Thought he had a plan, but we gon' foil his plot. Heard him sneaking in, so we just ran in the spot. And then we spin the block around just like the hell in the clock. Are you irresponsible without your money or not? Thought he had a plan, but we gon' foil his plot. Heard him sneaking in, so we just ran in the spot. And then we spin the block around just like the hands on the clock. Come like a bat of the hell, I dare you to cross like a reverend. In my energy paralyzed, I'm like I'm finger 11. Take a second, I'm finna send it like a parent a message to the best. If it ain't me, then you need you a confession, you a mess. You ain't scary to me. Heard you was a leader, but that ain't apparent to me. Put dust on you like cheetah run.
The NFL is on EA Sports, and we are in Silicon Valley at Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. The scene a short time ago. This crowd, they love their 49ers, and they were in full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room. And we're ready for football as the 49ers get set to do battle with the Kansas City Chiefs. Here's the kicker, Harrison Butker, ready to get this one started. And we are underway from Santa Clara.
Get ready, get ready, get ready, baby!
He's going to hope that that is not a sign of things to come. A rude welcoming to this ball game. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 14.
This is miserable.
To throw, it's Garoppolo. Man open, that's Deebo Samuel. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A gain there of 30 big ones.
Brandon, we've both been around the game long enough that we know that in pregame, defenses are pretty amped up, aren't they? I mean, they're pounding lockers, and they can't wait to get out there. But when you hit them with some big pass plays early, it takes the starch right out of them.
And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
The straight-ahead running, I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid game.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 24. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. That right there is the inauspicious start that they were hoping to avoid, and a turnover on the first possession.
I love how you use those college-bound words like that, inauspicious. Well done. I really appreciate that. But here's the thing for me. I'm just wondering if their game plan is incorrect. You know, I think they felt like they could come in and throw it around pretty well. That interception early, they may rethink how they go about attacking.
That catch good for only a couple.
To Clyde Edwards-Helaire. Out of bounds at the 39-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
option on second down. A quick throw out to Hardman on the perimeter. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. For Mecole Hardman, I mean, he was the only guy with 2 of the top 10 fastest runs in all of 2019, and he's showing that that was no fluke. He was moving there.
And that's the kind of play where you have to kind of catch your breath afterwards. So just give me a second here, because when he shifted into high gear, he was an absolute blur out there. No substitute for speed. We talk about that all the time. The evidence was right there.
They fake the give. Now Mahomes. Flush to his right. On the run. He'll let this go deep right side. And he's got it. Touchdown, Chiefs. Mecole Hardman, 46 yards. And the Chiefs are going to take a first-quarter lead. Patrick Mahomes, he can do everything seemingly, and that time he just reared back and let it fly.
And we knew that this offense was going to try and put pressure on the secondary. That was something they talked about with us. They knew that they had an advantage, pressed it, and there you go. Big play for a touchdown on their very first possession.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And in enemy territory last time through the interception. We'll see what they do on this drive.
Can't wait to see how it alters what they decide to do in play calling. Do they continue to throw the ball? Do they want to lean more on the running game? It'll be an interesting sequence of plays that they've got coming up.
Does it often affect the play calling with the interception? How much does that change what you do?
I think it does, depending on why the interception was thrown. Sometimes it's just a matter of the defense made a great play, so you continue to come back.
And this is caught inside the 5. Touchdown, 49ers. Deebo Samuel, 40 yards. And the Niners, if they can convert the extra point, they'll grab the lead. It's up and good, so they go the conservative route instead, and it gets them a 7-6 lead here in the opening quarter. Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown.
Catch made at the 25-yard line. The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Here's Edwards-Helaire as they will start on the ground. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 26-yard line.
On play action, it's Mahomes. They're going deep for Hill. This is caught inside the 15. And down to the 11. But one thing that we know for sure, do not question the arm strength of Patrick Mahomes, one of the strongest around. They run the option here on 1st and 10. In trouble, and he'll go down back at the 12. The defense showing some anger after giving up the big play. This time they'll lose 1 or 2. They go play action. Now Mahomes. Flushed out right. And he will not throw it away. He goes out of bounds, well shy of the line of scrimmage, so that's a sack. Mecole Hardman, the intended target. And now it's 3rd down.
Behind the line of scrimmage.
After one, a 1-point game, 7-6.
Niners 7, Chiefs 6.
So 2 plays with only negative yardage to show, and now it's 3rd and 16. They go play fake. Mahomes eluding the pressure right. And he's got Hardman in the end zone. Touchdown, Kansas City.
That time.
Mecole Hardman with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Chiefs are going to jump back in front. Now, he's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the 2nd quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. From the gun, it's Garoppolo. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 19 yards the pickup there. Move the chains.
44-yard line.
On the handoff, this is Mostert. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
At the 43-yard line.
On 2nd and 11 now. Garoppolo. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down. And that is incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
Now let's see how the offense still out there. They elect to go on 4th and 11. Here we go on 4th down with Garoppolo. And trying to get it to Samuel, but it's intercepted. Picked off at the 33. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
So after the INT, here's Mahomes. Dancing to his left. Going deep here for one. It's caught inside the 25. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Sammy Watkins, 67 yards. And the Chiefs strike quickly here for 6 points. I think it's fair to say there's nothing that gets a crowd to its feet quite like a big play, and that was something special there. Boy, was he moving.
Well, in this league where coordinators worry so much about drawing up the right routes, blocking assignments, misdirections and stuff, they have these precise arrows and movements. Sometimes the best plays just come from the schoolyard where you look at your fastest guy and say, go long, go get it, big man.
And if you're wondering how fast he was going, Next Gen Stats clocked him at close to 21 miles an hour. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A very solid gain of 27.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a first down.
Here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end.
Pass him it is.
Touchdown, 49ers. George Kittle, 41 yards. And the 49ers are back within a score.
For a big tight end, he can sure move like a slot receiver when he gets a head of steam going. And as a defensive back, you've got a big decision to make when he's moving like that.
And it's good. The deficit 6, 20-14.
49ers 14.
Here is Wishnowski to boot it away following the touchdown.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Where's Jayla?
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One play drive, long pass. Maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one play drive's exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was really easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
Yeah, we'll see if it's that easy here.
26-yard line.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Play action. Now it's Mahomes. Escaping the pressure right. And this one caught by Travis Kelce. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. A reminder coming up here at halftime. We'll ship you off to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman will have first-half highlights and analysis from a back-and-forth first half that we've seen. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. He was looking for Watkins that time, but it'll be 2nd down.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Flush to his right. On the run. He'll let this go. And that's caught inside the 35. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. Play fake. He'll look to throw. Flushed out right. He's going to fire one. Corner of the end zone. And that is caught for the touchdown. Kansas City. Tyreek Hill. 31 yards. And the Chiefs add on to their lead. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever. There it results in a touchdown. He hits the big target for the two-point try. Defenses hate those guys, especially around the goal line.
It's hard to decide who you're going to put on him. Are you going to put a smaller corner on him? Are you going to put a safety who doesn't have maybe the same coverage skills? How about a linebacker? He may have the size, but he's not used to really covering in space. That's why the tight end gives you such a great advantage when you're throwing the football.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match than a football. Well, they intercept Garoppolo for the 3rd time. Picked off at the 39. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. So that is 3 interceptions now in this first half. And you hate to ask the question, but let's be honest, we're thinking about it. Do you need to go in a different direction next series?
Potentially. We know that he's probably not going to be on the Pro Bowl ballot, That's not really his stature here, but he has been their starting quarterback for this game. So they've got to weigh things about who's behind him. Do they think he can snap it back into gear? Maybe change up the play calling to help him out a little bit.
And lucky to get away with one there. That one nearly picked. Second down. Working from the gun, Mahomes. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Good positioning, and it's picked off.
Brandon, these quarterbacks have their hands full all afternoon long, but they finally get a measure of revenge as he gets himself in a nice spot. He's able to get two hands on the football and pick it off.
So after the INT, it's Garoppolo. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. And they work this well upfield across the 45. On first down, Garoppolo. And with that completion, he's now north. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, 49ers. Kendrick Bourne, 52 yards. And the 49ers are able to strike quickly for 6. He's got it, and they're back within a touchdown at 28-21. Here is Wishnowski to boot it away following the touchdown.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Chiefs take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you've got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are on the field. Got the lead. They've done well in the first half. Don't mess it up and go into halftime looking at each other wondering what if. We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. They'll roll him out right. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10.
He was covered by Richard Sherman.
On play action, they'll throw. Looking right side, and that's complete to Watkins. The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half.
This is 3rd down.
The last catch did get 3, but they're still left needing 7 yards on 3rd down. Now it's Mahomes again. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Certainly no lack of aggressiveness here. They were hoping for the home run play to get them 6 points. They're hoping for a catch, maybe a call. But they figure they can at least get into field goal range with a completion.
On is the punter Townsend as he gets this one away. Taylor now returning it. A nice job getting free on the return for 13 yards. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
And he's going to have a first down, but not sure it'll matter as the clock will continue to run. Now it's timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Taking a shot for Samuel. That's caught at the 25. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
These two teams in this first half, it's been fun. Back and forth. Well, it's not fun for the defensive coordinators, but offensive coordinators are enjoying it.
Yeah, they're having streaks here, aren't they? Being able to put scores together and really bunch them up, and we have a tight game here. You know, we often talk about having the right shoes for the right turf. Today is track shoes. That's what we've seen with these offenses.
Yeah, it's been an absolute track meet so far, and fun to watch. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we?
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. It's the former Seahawk, Richard Sherman. Not the way you envision things to start out the third quarter. One play and already a turnover.
It's interesting.
Yeah, boy.
And he talked about how at halftime, as a play caller, he wanted to make sure he got a new script going for the second half, not just the one that he operated off of to start the game. Nowhere on that script did it have that result.
And he'll be brought down right at midfield after a gain of only a couple. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. From midfield, here's Garoppolo. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 39. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. Before we came up,
you ain't doing nothing, bro.
Last thing he said as we were walking off the field, want to play mistake-free football. Well, that just went out the window there with a pick.
And do you remember what you said to me when we were walking up to the booth after he said that? You're like, oh, fatal last words. Every time we hear that, things tend to fall apart a little bit, and that's what we saw.
And Mahomes misfires again, and it's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk.
Keep playing with him. He quit. Yeah, he quit.
That's the 3rd interception that game. Wow. He kept getting lost by Sherman. How, Daddy?
Was he sorry?
He's getting lost.
All he was doing is running around with Patrick Mahomes trying to create plays. That's it.
And all he did is just lose.
Man.
Did he still win? Did he still win, Daddy?
They should have let him. Should have let me give me the one.
And then you would have beat the Chiefs.
The NFL is on EA Sports, and we are in Silicon Valley at Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. The scene a short time ago. This crowd, they love their 49ers, and they were in full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room. And we're ready for football as the 49ers get set to do battle with Dak Prescott and the Dallas Cowboys. It's the team of the 80s versus the team of the 90s. The Niners, the Cowboys, they're underway. This will make it into the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Dak swinging this out quickly to Lamb. And he'll be... yards shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 19-yard line.
2nd and 8 coming from the 19. Prescott from the gun. Connects here with a tight end, Blake Jarwin. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott looking deep in the direction of Cooper. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Richard Sherman. And the return out shy of midfield to the 46-yard line. Offensively, a far from ideal start there with a pick on the opening drive.
Yeah, not exactly what they were looking for. We know that. That's pretty obvious. The beauty, though, is it's happening early. If they don't panic, they don't compound this problem, they've got a long way to go and a chance to get back in it.
A throw left side to start out. That's complete. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Garoppolo. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Just not much a quarterback can do there, CD. The pressure was in his face almost instantaneously. Led to a very quick sack.
And this came from the edge, and those pass rushers, they have so many tricks of the trade to get around blockers. They have a lot of tools in their kit. This was pure speed and athleticism on this play, though. And they could barely get a glove on it before he got the quarterback on the ground.
Able to haul it in is Kittle. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. George Kittle, 53 yards. And the Niners have taken the early lead. For as big and strong as some of these guys are, especially when you see them in full pads, it is sometimes hard to appreciate how truly fast they can move. That was incredible.
And that's the kind of play where you have to kind of catch your breath afterwards. So just give me a second here, because when he shifted into high gear, he was an absolute blur out there. No substitute for speed. We talk about that all the time. The evidence was right there.
And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone, as he can only muster a return to the 14.
Don't tell him nothing. I hear his little feet.
Football 101 tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. Got an open man, it's Michael Gallup. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 11 yards and a Cowboy first down.
How about a guy proving his worth in different ways? Had a big play in the run game to play before. This time, they go right back to him in the passing game, and he comes through with yet another big play. That's why you work out so hard in the offseason, so you can stay on the field and accumulate big plays.
Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
First down, Cowboys.
Here's Prescott. Got an open man, the tight end, Jarwin. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. They run it for the first time with Tony Pollard. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Niners 7, Cowboys nothing.
First down, Prescott. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
On 2nd down, it's Elliott.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Play action to Elliott. Here's Prescott. Going to throw deep for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Jason Verrett. No doubt a very disappointing end to what was a pretty strong opening drive.
They had 3 points in their back pocket. It was there for them. If you don't like what you see, just throw it away. Make sure you get those points on the board. Don't get too greedy. He forced it there. You saw the end result.
And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down. That catch good for only a couple.
At the 22-yard line.
Man open, that's Deebo Samuel. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
A play fake for Mostert. Now Garoppolo. Looking for
That's
a tight end read, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 36. And when I looked down, he was kind of shaking his head right after he threw that pass. What did you see?
Well, from a defense's perspective, anytime you have your eyes back towards the quarterback, you're in a position to make a play on the ball, whether it's a big-time play by you or an overthrow by the quarterback. You have a much better opportunity.
There was Eric Armstead coming up quickly and dropping it for a loss. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. To throw is Prescott. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Off the play fake, Prescott. Cooper's got it. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13.
Thus far, it hasn't been a real fun half for them, but a play like that may get them off the schneid a little bit, get them loosened up and moving.
Kind of seems like they've been sleepwalking and still sitting on 0 points.
And it's not always making an adjustment. Sometimes it's just going back to what you know can work and finally getting it done.
First down carry by Elliott. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
This defense is really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense going to have to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
Prescott gets this to the tight end, Jarwin. And he gets it down deep into San Francisco territory. A big play here for the Cowboys. 43 yards. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Elliott. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. Trying to keep the drive going here. This This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. They get this out left, and they're into the end zone, but it's not verified yet. Hold on, there is a flag down. A costly penalty there. A lineman got downfield, and for the moment, that cost him 6 points. Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7. Now Prescott. 4th down now. San Fran's defense was strong in coverage.
I think someone's going to get in the QB1's ear when he gets to the sideline. Already thrown an interception. That one should have been picked. Look, let's just be honest about it. That'd be the second person in his ear because he's hearing it in the huddle right now.
Not the start to the game he wanted. Like you said, the pick on the opening drive, second drive, not much better. Fourth down, Prescott. And Prescott, his 3rd interception. Able to get there and pick it. And a short return will be stopped inside the 10 at the 8-yard line. Second straight drive now here, Charles. They have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, but I also wonder if it's going to nerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one? Or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
Oh, that was dangerous. Threw it into coverage, almost picked, but instead they'll keep it on 2nd down. Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. And he'll just keep 2 hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And he is going to have a Niners first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Garoppolo now, first down throw. Into a double team and it's intercepted. Picked off by Anthony Brown. And a potential turning point as they'll get the football in very good field position late in this first half.
27-yard line.
Final play of the half, Prescott. Letting one fly deep for Cooper. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by the former first-rounder Jimmy Ward. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. Trying to cover Cooper there a little too closely.
And he's such a tough cover because he runs his route so well. Hard to stay with him and hard to figure out exactly where the break points are. And in this case, he created another pass interference call.
They'll throw now on the final play. And that is Cullen. Touchdown, Cowboys. Blake Jarwin as time expires in the first half. And the Cowboys are an extra point away.
Jameson, just come up here.
Game. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2. And
get here, up here, and stay up here.
This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Set and ready to go for the second half. 1 touchdown apiece, 7-7 our score. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They had the interception last drive, led to the tying touchdown, so 7-7 the score as they begin 1st and 10. And now the drive starts with a completion out to the right. And this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
It's a gain of 9.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And some room to work. And down right around the 37. The catch and run, good for 24 yards.
One of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. Running the counter with Mostert. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. 10 more there and another first down.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. Down right around the 25. A man 49er fans are certainly familiar with. Aldon Smith there to make the tackle.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
On 2nd and 9, Garoppolo gets this one to Juszczyk. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. This drive, it's been a good mix. 3 passing plays, 3 runs, hitting on all 3 of those passes, and the last one putting him in the red zone.
So wouldn't you think play action right here? Because you've got the ability and had the ability.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. So that time, Charles, quarterback helpless really in the pocket in the face of a pass rush like that. They were on him instantly. Another try after the first down sack. Garoppolo. Floating one, incomplete. Deebo Samuel was the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. On 3rd and long, it's Garoppolo, and he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Deebo Samuel on a touchdown pass for Jimmy Garoppolo. And the 49ers have now taken the lead. That's one of those long drives where not only do you score, but you really tire out the defense, too.
That's a great point, because now they've been on the field for a long time. Them going to the bench, trying to make adjustments, trying to figure things out, but they'll do so fatigued.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away.
Made at the 25-yard line. The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the 3rd quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point. But it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Again, it's Elliott. And finally, they get him to the ground, but it's all the way down at the Niners' 34. That one good for 33 and a first. They went with the nickel look defensively, so they had 5 defensive backs in there. Didn't help them stop the run.
Yeah, I love that, the nickel look. 5 cents, 5 DBs. But what also happens then? You take a big body off the field in order to insert that guy. So you're taking a big off for a little. And oftentimes you can run the football effectively against that defense.
And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
A gain of 13 yards. And a Cowboy first down.
Back now here in Santa Clara. It's the Cowboys in possession of the football, but they trail here as we begin the fourth quarter of play. From the red zone now, Prescott. Got his man there, complete to Gallup. And the Cowboys are going to be set up with a first and goal here as the tackle made at the 9. 11 more on that one and another first down.
This defense has certainly had an outstanding second half, haven't they? I know they just gave up a first down there, and for the offense, they're hoping that that's something that they can jumpstart with and maybe start to move the ball a little bit better. But it's been tough sledding for them here the entire second half.
And a nice pickup there. He gets about 5 down to the 4-yard line.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. Oh, it's a screen pass, that's complete. And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2.
I thought that wasn't a bad time to call the screen. I thought late game, down on the scoreboard, had to figure they were expecting a pass downfield.
Yeah, so the edge rushers, they're coming. That could have hit big. You're right. Good recognition defensively to snuff that one out. They'll try to run it in with Elliott. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Cowboys are an extra point away from tying the football game. And we are tied here in the fourth quarter.
That ties the game at 14. Greg Zuerlein to kick off for Dallas.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this fourth quarter to try to grab that lead back. And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
2nd and 6.
From the gun, a run with Mostert. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
The battle in the trenches never more important than right now. This is 3rd and inches. Once again, it's Mostert. And he's got room. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. 25 yards the pickup there and also a first down. Garoppolo going to give to Mostert. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the Cowboys' 42-yard line.
So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off at about the 31.
Garoppolo's pass intercepted.
So how about that for a momentum switch?
We're in the fourth quarter, and it's a tie game. You've got to take care of the football here. Now their opportunity to take the lead right out the window, and everything is flipped in the other direction.
They'll go with Pollard here on first down. Yeah, he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. They stay on the ground, but this time it's Elliott. He's got the first down inside the 10. A good pickup there of 20 yards. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Now Elliott, and he will take it in for a Cowboy score. Ezekiel Elliott, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Cowboys use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. They do tack on the extra point as well, and the lead is now 21-14.
Greg Zuerlein to kick off for Dallas.
Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And the interception last time on the opponent's side of the field, certainly not what they wanted.
Put it mildly, that is so frustrating because that signifies there's a drive going on. You're in a good spot, great place to run some of your best offense. Instead, they turn the ball over.
Yeah, turned the ball over last time. See if they can avoid doing it here. The throw over the middle, taken in. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. First down, San Francisco. The pickup, 14 yards. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Diggs. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. Agreed, that's twice now in this fourth quarter.
As a quarterback, a lot of times you think it's all on you to make plays when you're losing. And here, the play's not there, but he throws it anyway.
Second and 11 at the 41. This is Elliott. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Now the Niners going to signal for their third and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game.
Partner, they took a knee to finish this one off. To me, that's the only thing they lost in the fourth quarter. How about that comeback?
Yeah, trailed coming into the last frame. Got it done, taking the knee. Out now comes the Cowboys punter. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team.
Final score, Cowboys 21.
A great come-from-behind victory in this one, Charles. And really the difference, obviously, was that fourth quarter. They dominated.
And it has to start with believing that you can make that comeback. Because we've been in games before. We've done games where you just look at one team and realize they have no chance of making it back. Not in the one we just saw here. They did it, and they did it well.